Released WWE stars have refused to return to a former promotion. Bryan Danielson has been announced for a major international show, and Adam Cole has commented on those Kyle O'Reilly to AEW rumors. Stay tuned. We are kicking things off with the news that two released WWE stars have refused, point blank refused, to return to a promotion where arguably they sort of made their name. We're talking about Scarlett and Kross, who have done a virtual signing hosted by K&S WrestleFest. And when asked, Scarlett said, "We're not going back there. We are not going back there. No." And then they were asked another question, as if that wasn't clear enough, right? They were asked, why? Why wouldn't you return to Impact Wrestling? Scarlett simply said, "No. Thanks for asking, though." There appears to be a bit of bad blood here. It was a bit of a messy breakup as far as Impact and Scarlett and Kross, Killer Kross, go. So what went down there, Andrew? What do we know about that?
So it looked like that in 2019, so like May 2019, it was reported that Kross asked for his release from Impact Wrestling following contract renegotiations and everything. His issue there stemmed from like his creative direction and everything, as well as his current pay-per-view appearance deal as well, but he was not released. He was not requested his release from Impact at the time. And then at Slammiversary 25 on July of 2019, Kross lost the first blood match to Eddie Edwards, where he reportedly refused to actually do a blade job, and they used fake blood in that match. And the reports indicated that there was some concern over a lack of blood testing and the absence of an on-site doctor too. And then from there, they didn't use him in any tapings. His contract was supposed to roll over in December, and they never just rolled it over, and then he was just released from the company. So there's definitely complications there as to why. For sure. You know, Scarlett has said that, no, they won't be returning back to Impact Wrestling.
That seems like a pretty reasonable thing to refuse to do. If you don't have a doctor there, and you're being asked to blade, to say no to that is a perfectly reasonable request as far as I'm concerned. It's a shame because they did really, really amazing work there, and apart from their time in NXT, we didn't really get to see what they could offer in WWE. I was sort of hoping to see them back in Impact, but I don't think they'll struggle to get booked elsewhere. No. Sticking with Impact, though, they are very, very interested, has to be said, in some released WWE stars. So Gail Kim has appeared on Renee Paquette's Oral Sessions podcast, and she was asked, of course, Gail Kim, by the way, has recently taken like a manager role, like a backstage manager role, not an on-screen manager. She's working in management for Impact, all right? So she's taken a role doing that. And so Gail Kim was asked who of the big batch of release stars from both WWE and Ring of Honor who she would like to see pop up in Impact. And she said, "I just want girls who are talented and passionate and all those things, but it's important to have a good locker room. It's so important for the girls to support each other and work for the business of the match, for the company, and in the end, it benefits everyone." And then she starts naming names, people like Taya Valkyrie, Mia Yim, of course, part of the family too. I'd love to be able for her to show who she really is. And also curious about Ember Moon. That's the most exciting one as far as I'm concerned. I cannot believe that I can believe that WWE ballsed up Ember Moon, but I honestly thought that like she would be up there with the likes of like Sasha and Charlotte and Becky and Bayley. I really expected her to be that upper echelon of WWE, and she had a decent run and everything, but I don't know how they balls out that much.
Me neither. And like, we always talk about sort of WWE kind of reusing certain superstars in the title picture and everything like that. And Ember Moon would have just been so fresh and just something really exciting to see. And she can just blend well with all those women on the roster as well. Like, I don't think she'd have a bad match with anybody on there.
No, right?
And that's the thing. It's mental.
And it's not just like about the wrestling, obviously. She showed tremendous personality and charisma, sort of stage presence and everything. I really did think that she was the total package. I thought she had a class gimmick. I loved her entrance theme as well. I'd really, really like to see her perform on a big stage. If that ends up being Impact, then cool. But it wouldn't surprise me as well if she's got a lot of interest from other promotions. Speaking of other promotions, a promotion that Andrew Hodkinson is a huge fan of, Qatar Pro Wrestling, QP Dub. Bryan Danielson being announced for one of their shows. This is like, there's crazy money being thrown around here. We'll go through some of the other announced names for this show very shortly, but the QPW president and owner confirming to Lucha Libre Online that Bryan Danielson will take part in Super Slam 3, March 18th and 19th. We don't know who his opponent is going to be yet. But you look at some of the names on here, right? Just in case you've not heard of these, you can watch them on Fight, by the way, and this is nuts, right? Jon Moxley, Brian Cage, Sammy Guevara, Sting, Killer Kross, Bret Hart, he's not wrestling. Bret Hart, Booker T, he's not wrestling. Eric Bischoff, definitely wrestling. Adam Scherr, brother former Braun Strowman. You got EC3. You got like people from the Nation of Domination going to be there. Tanahashi. Ospreay reportedly set for the event, all airing on Fight TV. That's a pretty penny.
It's a super show. That's a super show if you've ever heard one before, isn't it?
Like from so many massive promotions as well.
It's like it's what we always dream of. Just having these promotions all formed together to have one huge blow off, and it's like it's kind of there. It's kind of right there in some of the names that have been announced. Bret Hart versus Booker T. Give it to us now.
I'm well up for that. I want to see Bret versus the Nation of Domination. Personally.
All of them, every single member.
I want to see D'Lo.
Oh my god!
I can't do it. Can you? I can't do it at all. Anyway, so a major name and plenty more coming if reports are to be believed. Over to AEW now. And Adam Cole has commented on the rumors of Kyle O'Reilly heading over to AEW. So when asked about his former stablemate by a fan on this panel at the C2E2 event, he responded. And there were a lot of smirks from the other people, the other AEW stars on stage as this was happening. So I guess read between the lines. He said, "This is the honest to God truth. I have no idea what Kyle is gonna do. I really don't. I'm not sure even he knows what he's going to do. But the idea of getting to reunite with Kyle as well as Bobby Fish, hell yeah, I would love that. Hell yeah, I would." Absolutely. Another fan asking the panel who would be the most interested in kicking Johnny Gargano's ass. And Cole just went, yeah. He raised his hand. Yeah, me. I quite fancy a bit of that. And then Billy Gunn said, I would, but he only comes up to my waist. Oh, he's done him. He's
shooting because he's Billy Gunn and he's a gun.
He is a literal gun.
He's a literal gun.
So, I mean, yeah, the interesting thing wasn't so much what he said, and I don't know, I don't believe him, like, if he doesn't know what's going to go on. Maybe he doesn't, I don't know. But there was smirking going on from some of the people on the stage. I think we all know what's coming.
I guess the logical thing does seem to be go down like an Undisputed Era versus Elite show somewhere down the line, like a match somewhere. Cool. That kind of seems like the...
But the problem is, Roddy signed on for a decent length deal, didn't he? He's there for a little while now.
He definitely is, but selfish. I guess very selfish. What a horrible man! Don't do that, Roderick Strong. But no, I mean, I guess the original Undisputed Era, was Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish, though, wasn't it, as well? And I guess 3-on-3 with the Elite and the Undisputed Era coming together, that kind of does make sense.
Exactly. Roddy was non-canon.
Yeah.
He was it didn't even happen. It was a dream.
That's really good. I'd also like to see Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole on even though obviously NXT is still like a grand stage and their matches have been shown in front of thousands upon thousands of people, but like on AEW, I'd really like to see that as well. I think that would be really cool.
It's not one that I'm desperate to see, personally. No, don't get me wrong. They're obviously great and everything. There's other stuff that I'd like to see Johnny Gargano. I want to see Hook kick the absolute crap out of him, personally. Anyway, we're finishing off with the story that an ex-WWE star has announced his retirement tour. I won't lie, Andrew. I didn't even know Nick Dinsmore was still going.
Me neither. Right? Me neither. Not at all.
The former Eugene has taken to Twitter and said, Eugene has begun his retirement tour. Last call, one last time. There are select dates available, so book Eugene ASAP for pro wrestling matches, seminars, psychology, and also stand-up comedy. I'm not making that up. So he's announced his retirement tour, but it doesn't appear that he's got many dates booked because he's asking people to book him still. Hey, like he's a journeyman, right? He has done it all. Like
he really has.
You associate him with the Eugene character, which is obviously I can't believe he's still going to go out there and do that personally. But there you go. It's how he sort of made his name. But he'd been doing it forever. He's like between the ropes. He's unbelievably talented. He's a very safe pair of hands. Knows exactly what he's doing. And so it's sad to see that Nick Dinsmore is retiring. Maybe not so much, in my opinion, to see Eugene retiring. But if you want to book him, it's
he's a
Eugene,
triple threat,
Nick
everybody. Look, did you see that? Pro wrestling matches, seminars and match psychology and stand-up comedy. You'd be daft not to book him.
Should we get him in? We've just done the Christmas party, so we can't do the stand-up comedy from Eugene.
That would have been
we
so good.
We missed the boat on that, haven't we?
We did. Oh, never mind.
Probably for the best. Probably for the best. Anyway, that's it from myself and Andrew. Andrew, you got anything to plug before we go?
I don't think so. I guess this week will be the last Twitch stream from me for the rest of the year, I assume. So look forward to some Doki Doki Literature Club. Nice. Other than that, I don't think I've got much else to plug. What about you?
I'm doing bingo tomorrow on Twitch. As soon as I find a bingo site that I'm not banned from, I'm doing bingo. 6 p.m. twitch.tv/Cultaholic. I won't lie, Andrew, I'm absolutely knackered. We've got like 30 videos going out over Christmas. About half of them are done so far. We got a week. Yeah. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Good luck.
Don't worry. It's fine.
We're fine. So loads of great content coming up. And all that needs to be said is Merry Christmas, one and all. Happy 13th of December.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, 13th of December. Yeah, see you tomorrow for more Christmas news. See you in a bit.
Merry Christmas.